Hey everyone, welcome back to RJK English. Today we're going to talk about phrases regarding going camping. Going camping means going outside and sleeping outside. We'll talk about tents, we'll talk about how to say where you are going camping, things you might do. And these are some good phrases, and I will also give you some idioms as well. So one, do you like going camping? Or do you like camping? So camping can be a noun, or it's called a gerund, going camping, or you can just go, you can camp. I camp. In general, we say I like going camping. Okay? If you don't like going camping, you can say I don't like going camping, or I'll give you a phrase here that we use. I'm not big into camping. This is American slang. I'm not big into camping. This means I'm not very interested in camping. It kind of means I don't go camping. You can say this about other things. I'm not big into rock music. You know, it means I don't really like rock music. I don't listen to it. I'm not big into movies. You know, I don't watch movies. I'm not big into studying. So there's a phrase for you. All right, and I'm going to give you one more before we're done. All right. So what do you do when you camp? One, when you're camping, you need to take gear along. If you don't have gear, you have to buy gear. What is gear? This means the things you need for camping. What are the things you need for camping? You need a lamp, right? Lamp. Maybe a gas lamp, kerosene lamp, or you need a flashlight, and along with that you need batteries. Batteries, right? You need a tent, you know, like this. You've seen these that you stay in. You know, you stay inside these tents. The rain can fall down. You stake them down. And you know, you live in these tents. It's called a tent. Tents are usually made of canvas or plastic. Canvas or plastic. If you're going hiking, you might need walking sticks. Most people don't use walking sticks, but you can use them. They're these little walking sticks. You'll need matches. And some sort of lighter fluid. This is almost like petrol. You know, you pour it and then you light it on fire and it will light up. You might need charcoal if you're going to use charcoal to cook something. Charcoal. These little briquettes. We call them briquettes of charcoal like this. You arrange them and then light them on fire, and they stay on fire for a while. You'll need a fishing pole, and a knife, because once you catch the fish, you need to cut them open, and you'll need fishing tackle. Fishing tackle. We only use tackle as a noun in this sense. It's like a box that you keep for fishing. It has lures. What are lures? Lures are the things that lure fish onto your fish hook. So bait. Bait means like you'd put a worm on there and it would make a fish jump on the hook. It has hooks. Maybe extra fishing line, things like this. A bobber is the thing that floats on the surface of the water so that your line only goes down a certain amount. It floats on the top, right? So these are things you might need. You need hiking shoes, right? Hiking shoes. So these are all things that you need to take along. Blankets, a sleeping bag. These are all things that you might need to take along, right? So why do you go camping? You want to go fishing, right? Maybe you want to go fishing. You like to sleep under the stars, right? You like to get out in nature. I like to get out into nature. Why do we use these two descriptive words or two prepositions? Because you get out of the house and into nature, right? You like to go hiking, so you'll go hiking. What is hiking? Slow walking up a mountain or on trails. We call this hiking. You like to go hiking, right? Where are the places that you might like to go? Maybe you want to go, I have some Japanese students. Maybe they want to go to Mount Fuji, right? I want to camp on the mountain. On the mountain. Or if there's not one particular mountain, let's say there's a mountain range, then it's in the mountains. In the mountains, on the mountain. You want to camp in the foothills. These are the little hills that start to appear before you get to the mountains. They're a little bit smaller. Or you could say at the foot of the mountain. Of the mountain. I'm going to use MTN for mountain. At the foot of the mountain. That means at the base of the mountain. At the foothills would mean more at the base of a lot of mountains. At the foot of the mountain is at the base of one mountain, right? What about along the lake or beside the lake? Beside the lake. By Mount Fuji, there's a big lake. You want to camp beside the lake. You don't want to camp in the lake. I don't know how you would do that. What about the forest? We say this in different ways, you know. There's all these trees, right? If you watch Lord of the Rings, that's where the elves live, right? You want to camp in the forest. Or if you're from where I'm from, we say in the woods. In the woods. In the woods. In the forest. In the jungle, sometimes I know Indians that they say jungle meaning forest. For us, forest is not, jungle is different. Jungle is a tropical area where there are a lot of hanging vines, a lot of snakes, you know, maybe water. You know, it's a little bit hotter. It's very humid. That's a jungle. We think of Tarzan as in a jungle. He's not in a forest. In where I live, it's forests. If you go south, it's jungle. Okay, in the woods, in the forest. These are the places, or just on the prairie. The prairie would just be grasslands. We want to camp there. What if you say that you want to go camping and your wife says, or your husband says, I don't want to go camping. Let's just be in a hotel. That's better. Let's just be in a hotel. We would say, here's my idiom. Here's my phrase. That defeats the purpose. What do I mean? That defeats the purpose of camping. What does that mean? Your purpose is to be in nature, right? We said that we wanted to be in nature. We don't want to be in a hotel. We want to be in nature. Being in a hotel defeats the purpose of camping. It goes against my purpose, which is to be out in nature, away from all of my, things that like a toilet and all this stuff. I want to be in nature, under the stars, right? So, honey, I don't want to do that. That defeats the purpose, right? That defeats the purpose. Let's say you want to go biking, okay? You want to go biking, and your friend says, well, let's get motorbikes. And you say, that defeats the purpose. I want to exercise. I want to actually pedal the bike. I don't want a motor to push me along. I want to go biking. Having a motorbike, that defeats the purpose. All right, so there's my other phrase. When you're hiking up a mountain, you can go too high and the air gets thin and you start getting a headache, or you feel like you can't think. You start getting, or maybe you faint, or maybe you actually get sick. This is called altitude sickness. Altitude sickness. Okay? You can get that in the mountains because they're very high above, they're high above sea level. Above sea level. Sea level is the level of the ocean. If you're high above sea level, you're high up the mountain and the air is thinner. There's not as much oxygen. The air is thin or thinner. There's not as much oxygen, right? So you can get sick. So I hope this helps in talking about camping and gives you some vocabulary and some phrases that we use. Make sure to like and subscribe. And do you like these videos? It would really help me if not only you like and subscribe, but you share this with one other person that's learning. If I'm helping you, give these as a gift to someone else so they can learn as well. Make sure to comment, tell me what you think. And if you really want to have a conversation, go to RJK English on Facebook and message me or write a question and I will answer you. Okay? So have a great one. Bye.